2018, 2019 audit report.
Okay. This has really probably nothing to do with that other than, why is our appraisals gone down?
We were just talking about that. We had a reevaluation on our utilities tax, and it went down 16,000
That's from
what we're collecting.
a state law that passed a couple years ago where they're
But I would think with all the
phasing
new
down.
houses,
Well, that's not for houses.
That's mainly United Communications.
Okay.
It's legislation that AT&T pushed through the state legislature about 3 years ago that's causing that. It's down tens of thousands of dollars from what it was about 4 years ago.
okay, so this is scheduled tax rates and assessments.
Right.
And this is on the tax rate on,
That includes both the property taxes and utility.
well, if it includes property tax, then it's,
Which I think for our property tax, it went up just slightly, but from that decrease on the utilities taxes, right, you're seeing the drastic reduction in
okay, so our assessment is 33. What?
it. 38 million.
That's what it was in 2018, 2019.
Yeah, it went up 33 million.
It went down to 33. That 5 million was certainly a big
It is.
$5 million.
Well, no, it's not $5 million. You have to apply our tax rate to it, 25%. So it equaled out to be about a $16,000 decrease from what we actually take
In
in.
money taken in.
Right.
Yeah, 16,460.
But 5 million is a big decrease in
It is.
value of property
It is.
to take in. Is that all United Telephone, $5 million?
Yes.
The vast majority of the public utilities tax is United Communications.
Okay, next question. I read over it, and all of this, do you want to, I do better when I hear something.
Okay.
The findings.
Yes. You want to start with the first one? Segregation of duties. We are a small organization where we only have at most 3 people in the office. Audit wants you to segregate your duties as far as having one person take in cash receipts, having a second person, balance the drawer, make the bank deposit, and having a third person that does the bank reconciliation every month. Since we have a small office staff, we rarely can segregate the duties that they are needed to.
So that one's
So
unchanged.
that one, yeah, is unchanged. We'll probably have that one from year to year.
And that's from 2013.
Yes.
We actually talked the other day about potentially having y'all nominate one of the board members to come in and go over the bank statements each month to possibly help get rid of that.
Yeah, because if if I recruited a board member to do some oversight as far as looking through checks written every month, looking through deposits every month, it would kind of be referred to as a compensating control, and it might be possible to get that finding removed.
I'd be willing to do that, but I think Miriam would be much better than
As long as you get it, try to get it removed, that's
Yeah.
a solution. Okay, we got that one.
And then the second one is the cash shortage from Kenneth Ronk, and until he fully pays or until y'all vote to write it off, that one's always going to get on there as well.
We talked about it, but we didn't do it.
I think we talked about trying to collect it too.
Yeah.
So until he either fully pays or y'all vote to write it off, then that one's going to stay on there. The last one is internal controls, and I'm actually working on an internal controls policy that states out specific internal controls that we have in place, and I'm expected to have that finished by February, and y'all vote on it during the February meeting, and that will take care of that audit finding.
We had 12 2 years ago, I
Yeah, I
think.
started out at 12 when I first started, got it down to 30, so.
question? Take a roll.
Alderman Hill. Alderman Joyce.
Yes.
Alderman Norton.
Yes.
Alderman Williams.
Yes.
And this is just a draft, but I'm expecting to get the final bound copy here in the next week or two. So as soon as I get those, I'll send them, give them out to everybody.
I think this will also be our first year since I've been here that we've got it to the state by the end of the year like we're supposed to.
Well, congratulations.
Trying to play by the rules and get it done on time.
Like that.
Next one, resolution 1936, renew the health insurance.
I think I've spoken to most of you about this. I've spoken to the employees. In a nutshell, we've got a choice between two fantastic insurance packages, both of which are max out of pocket at $2,000, both of which are paid 100% of the premiums paid by the town. The only difference is one of them costs about $50,000 more than the other, and it's the one that most people have historically chosen. So my strong recommendation is for us to go with that one that costs $50,000 less this year. Because if we don't, we're going to have to rearrange what we're doing in the last half of this year's budget and rethink what we may do in some future budgets. It's a budget killer.
I make a motion to take a second. Not $50,000.
Does that, where does the $2,600 per family come from? Is that part of,
That's the HSA contribution, and that's, Mark decided to do that for the high deductible plan because the high deductible plan, the deductible in it is $4,600. So by the town giving every family $2,600, their max out of pocket is $2,000 for a whole year.
so does that come out of the
That comes out.
50,000 that we would save? Or that's?
No,
That's figured in.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Even after we
After we
contribute,
do that, we're
we're
still,
still 50,000 lower.
Yeah, because the health insurance plan that most everybody is on now is going to be about a 24% increase.
has somebody ever made the motion to approve?
Second. Wonder when we can pay all of it and then fix it down on it.
At least it's been 50,000 if you don't have to.
They're still gonna have, everybody's gonna have fantastic insurance. I'd challenge anyone to find a better insurance plan that anybody provides.
But I know it keeps on like this and we keep growing it, we're gonna have to do something.
We'll
We'll have to do something.
Insurance is something that we'll have to stay on top of and kind of try to stay ahead of it. Less than everybody else in the world, every year we'll have to be as creative as we can be to try to afford it.
So Mark, this resolution is to approve this plan option 2 and authorize the $2,600 for the HSA for each family.
That's correct.
Okay.
Any more discussion?
Was there any discussion among the employees that anyone opposed to it?
If there was anyone opposed to it, they didn't tell me. I did talk to all the employees, and explain to them that one's just not affordable, and also explain to them that me and two others have been on this other insurance for 2 years now, and it's fantastic. I had a major surgery at Vanderbilt, and all kinds of some other things going on within my family, and I've spent $2,000 out of my pocket this year. You can't beat it.
And they have dental insurance and,
Yeah, the dental division will stay the same.
okay, I didn't matter, but I didn't know we had that.
You got the deal?
did.
Any more discussion? We'll call the roll.
Alderman Hill?
Yeah.
Alderman Joyce?
Yes.
Alderman Morgan?
Yes.
Alderman Williams?
Any other business?
I have a question. Surprise, surprise.
Go, baby.
In looking at the original, thing we got, and it was, Mark was asking for an evaluation. I'm all for that. Furthermore, is there any way, without redoing the whole code thing, that we can require every employee to have a yearly evaluation?
Used to be that way.
We already do. We do that through our personnel policy.
Okay. Well then, whose responsibility, the mayor or the alderman, to see that it happens every year? Because like Mike said, it has not happened in several years.
For Chris and I, it would be y'all.
That's right.
And for everybody else,
Have
it'd
you
be
been
mine.
doing it every year?
Yes.
On the other, okay, well then we are involved. Okay. No. I do. I look to adjourn.
Yeah, wait a minute, if we need to do evaluation, how are we gonna do this? You want 2 or 3 of us, 2 of us, or 3 of us, or 5 of us, or 7 of us, sit down.
Well, the last one we did, and actually I get the only one I can remember even doing here, it was a written evaluation graded by you, the mayor, and then the mayor could,
We got
only
the
the mayor.
results on one of them.
We,
One of them
yeah,
we did.
but didn't only the mayor consult with Mark or Chris or who? Or was it the whole board that we discussed it?
It was just the mayor. I would prefer to talk to all of you if at all possible.
That's how it be. But somebody else might not prefer it that way. Can the guy have a choice of?
Well, anytime you get 2 aldermen together, you
Yeah,
have a public, with that, and you've got the public meetings issue. So, and I can't recall, Mark, you probably remember what exactly y'all did the
Well, that
last
wouldn't
time.
be fair, would it, to have an evaluation public?
Well, and that's why typically it's a lot of
Have
times
to
it's
make it
one-on-one.
It'd be an open evaluation, the public be invited to everything.
Great.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have an issue with it.
I wouldn't.
And you can, that sort of thing, you could treat like a work session almost, and you'd still want to have it open to the public, but it wouldn't necessarily have to be at a normal meeting, and, nobody would likely show up, I don't guess, or they might, but
Is that what?
it'd be less formal.
Is that what you would suggest?
I would, I think whatever you think is best to do the evaluation, whether it's, you can have one-on-one interviews each with Mark and talk through things, or you can do it in writing like you did the last time and then present it and have the mayor meet, or you can do the work session and just, have an open conversation, which I think will probably work. Mark if he doesn't care, I don't know.
Well,
We
sure.
call that a lemon squeeze.
Well,
But is there a form already in place for
There
these?
must be a form somewhere because we did it once.
The thing usually when you're talking about an evaluation, the only ones I've ever done, you were talking about growth or improving things. And it's a little hard to see what's been improved when you never saw the last one. That's just my opinion.
Makes sense.
Is there a copy of the last one?
I have no
I
idea.
bet Mark has got it.
I've got it.
And do you, I'm sure you do, I'm just curious. The employees that you evaluate, do they get a copy of their evaluation? Or it's available for them to?
They're done differently. The ones I do are far less structured than like the ones that Chief does. So I can't remember if they got a copy of these last ones or not.
It doesn't matter.
But I do a very simple evaluation.
Okay. But it appears to me that it would be logical to make, other than everybody gets raised, to justify a raise, but they must have a satisfactory yearly evaluation. I mean, because they get a poor evaluation, I mean, granted, everybody gets the cost of living or whatever it is. But instead of saying all employees get a $5,000 raise because we've got extra money this year, if the evaluation is not satisfactory, then I don't think that person should. It should be
I went through the
fired,
same
probably.
thing years back.
Yeah.
I went through the same years back with other board members and some of the board members still here. And I can remember they come in here and passed the raise part of it. Certain people got 5%, other people got 3%. It wasn't fair. That's not fair. You know, and it wasn't because they wasn't doing their job. The money was there, so this other people wanted 2 or 3% raise. Gonna give water boys 3%. All right. People in the heads got 5%. That's not right. And I threw that question up to them.
So what, how did it work out?
It didn't work out. Well, it worked out good for me, but it didn't work out
Everybody
good
got
for
the
the
same
employees.
raise.
I was split it up. Everybody got, if they said we're gonna give X number of dollars for raise or a certain percent, a raise, don't take it from the water boy or the people picking up trash or whatever out here. Give them 2% or 3%, and then so and so over here gets 10% or 5%.
Okay.
You know, you got, say we're gonna give 5%, they would break it down for
Right.
2, 3, it all come up the same amount of money.
Well,
You know, that wasn't
correct
right.
me if
But we're
I-
not performance based.
Now,
We need to be.
What our personnel policy says is that in order for the evaluation to affect a raise, either one way or another, that the evaluation has to be observable and objective. You know, in other words, it can't be just solely opinion based. It can't be completely subjective and affect a raise. Unless you have some objective measurables built into the evaluation, it's in our policy that it doesn't affect the raise.
okay, what can I do is run on a public quorum. All right, what about this? All right, you get the forms out, what you want to call it, cheat sheet, whatever the question, whatever the thing, or you want to add something to it, you add it to it. Come up here one-on-one with him. One-on-one with him. That's the only two we're concerned with.
Yeah.
And do it separately, and then you hang out a whole quorum in here at one time doing it. Is that correct?
That'll work, if that works for y'all.
You know?
Once it's together, can we have a work session?
Yeah, then when you have a work session, we'll compile it all together, say this is what we got.
Because I think that's a great idea. That'll put to bed that he said, she said.
Right.
I didn't know
Right.
any
And
questions.
everybody turn the form in, whatever, to make, whoever you want to turn it into, I don't care. And then we'll compile it all together, say this is what we had on the work session.
Well,
Would that work?
It would, yeah. Now, again, you know, you want to be, as far as the questions are concerned, you do
Correct.
want to make sure that they're appropriate questions
Right.
and work related. And if you need some help with that, I can do that, or MTS or Mark can do it.
I actually have a generic eval paper down there at the store that would about cover anything that, legally, it'll cover anything we could ask Mark.
But yeah.
That would probably transfer right over to this.
that works. It's good enough.
I
Yeah,
know
and it's a
the
point
one we
system,
had,
as
I
far
know
as
the
this-
one we had before covered, you know,
Yeah,
it's
it was
kind of
fine.
genetic.
It's just whatever you want to choose to use.
Yeah.
You know, questions that were related to job,
Yeah.
you know, because I think it came from MTS,
Yeah, I think so too, yeah.
you know.
I'll email those results out to you from the last one.
From yours? Okay.
If you can get us a copy of it, and let us look over, let me look over, let every board member bring us a call and say it's ready, or you can email it to them, but I guess you better call me,
Okay.
okay, because I don't
I said,
do
sign up for my
email.
event, so I'll use it that way.
And we'll look at it, and then we'll just set up, say Marion's got ain't baking a pie on Thursday, she come there and talk to you on Thursday, if you're not doing anything. Dottie same way, or go around the board, you know, just say, hey, I'm ready to do this thing with you, set up a time, it's good for you, if you're not doing something else you've got to be doing in a meeting or something. And let's work out a time, let's get this done, let's get it done quick. Suits you hard. Suits y'all. You, everybody. That way it'd be all come up, we compile it, we'd have everything in a stack. So this is what we come up with on a work session.
This
If
is
anybody wants to set the work session, we don't care.
That may be, I don't know.
Now, the other business, who made that motion a while ago?
about the insurance.
No, to adjourn.
No, she,
Oh,
I
I
have
did.
one other thing I
Oh,
do
okay,
want to
okay, go
say
ahead.
something. I do want to commend 2 of our employees for turning in reports every month that we can read. I'm sorry we've singled them out, but the police chief and the fire chief always have a nice report to let us know what's going on. And I just want to commend them for doing that. I'm sorry that they've been singled out.
Well,
Your sofa's gone, by the way.
What?
We didn't make a difference, but back when I was a police chief, I turned a report every month. You know, I was a fire chief at the same time, I had one of those. But you know, it's hard, on the reports of the way I look at it, on reports of the water, the sewer, and on the reports, it would reach here to that wall. I cut the water off in 19 houses this month, you know.
You didn't have to put every one of them down.
You what?
You don't have, you just say cut off 19, you know?
But when you,
do you want a report from the water and sewer, the community center,
I'm not
What is
saying
the
anything, I am just.
You're paying a compliment. I'm with
paying
you
a
on that.
compliment to
but
those people who do.
I know you, Marion.
You know me well enough to know that I know people have said they've been singled out.
yeah. Now, if we come back and told the water and the sewer people to do that, we got some employees gonna come here and raise hell, why we gotta raise Cain, why we gotta do this. I guarantee they will. But if y'all want it there, I'll tell Mark that we tell him right now, so we're gonna report from every one of them what they do every week, every day.
I personally don't have a deal with that.
Right.
But if another alderman does, I'm not gonna
Yeah. But you know,
disagree or fight.
the police and the fire really they're contained by the state that they've got to do this. They pretty well do it. It's up to them to make sure the other employees really are doing a job, because Mark don't have to worry about the police and the fire. Because the state's gonna tell them what they got to do.
Right.
You know, you got a DA's office and you got the fire marshal telling the fire department what they got to do and what they got to have. But the other employees don't have that, except make sure you check the water plant, your water samples and all this other stuff. They got to impart in that. But I think we've been coming back good on all that. On water checks.
There's a whole lot of state regulations that go along with water and sewer too. I would ask that whatever you collectively want, you put it in the form of a resolution and say, here's what we want.
That works for me.
That would be all that I ask.
No, y'all
I think we've been over this time and
Well, we
time.
have been, but no one has ever made a resolution. Would you like to
Not
make?
today, but I will get some forms
Get- okay, there you
and I
go.
will eventually make a
There you go.
resolution.
And also list who you want to include reports from.
I just don't want to single anybody
Well, then,
out. That's a touchy subject right there, because I got ears to the ground.
yeah, well, suit yourself. And then if we want to amend the resolution, that's an opportunity to, or not, whatever we want to do. I'm going to adjourn again.
We got them other things about the car equipment and stuff we need to get.
We didn't get that in the advertisement, Horace, for this special call meeting, so we'll do that in January. And that contract won't be ready till January anyway. We've got that meeting with TDEC tomorrow to talk with them about the possibility of getting a broader permit to discharge into the river from our wastewater plant. So we'll have more details about what needs to go in that contract after that meeting tomorrow.
One more quick question. When are they gonna start the streetlights, Mark?
They ordered them probably 2 or 3 weeks ago, and then I think he said it was a 60 to 90 day.
I just actually got asked the other day, and I just told them it was in progress. That's all.
We're looking at probably end of February, 1st of March, somewhere in there.
I also have a question before we adjourn. Is there any update on the sale of the water?
They, the county discussed at a meeting, I think last month, that they wanted to hold off on that discussion for 6 months. They're still wanting to talk about it, but they've got these other 2 projects going on right now that they're wanting to kind of get on going before they take that big of a discussion on. They're kind of wanting to get something off their plate before they take something that big
I
on.
understand that.
But yeah, they're planning on looking at it again in the middle of the 2020. And then as far as their projects go,
When we don't have any water in the.
I think they're
They wait till July.
A fire sale, right?
I think they're about ready to bid, or either ready to or may already have advertised for the bids on the Verona Caney project, and they're still working on easements coming up 31A. And as soon as they get all that done, they'll be ready to bid that project too.
He can make the motion.
All right, just make a motion to adjourn before we get you in here.
I did the adjourn.
Too late, we're done.
Are you done?
She just made a motion to adjourn, and I second.
We got a motion to adjourn in a second. Which
Johnson.
way-
I'll second.
They done got a second on it.